attitudes have a snowball effect. And see what happens too is when we have the wrong kind of attitudes, we tend to have these thoughts of giving up and wanting to turn back and turn around and run. And I think that's part of what the enemy does when we get discouraged, especially how our
The enemy does something with you. Be careful. The enemy is there.
when we're discouraged. Whether it's over a financial issue or over a relational issue or whatever it is that changes your attitude. You know, Sometimes you can have thoughts of wanting to give up and wanting to whether it's giving up on life or giving up on whatever project you're working on or just wanting just to turn around and just quit and just giving up. And the greatest thing that I could say to those who are watching this, or whatever, that I tried to say to the girls was, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't allow your attitude to have that snowball effect where it rolls down a hill and it just creates this devastating effect.
I'm not sure people work like that. I mean, that's not by constantly trying to change your attitude or to control yourself, control your emotions. That's not the way you can stop an avalanche. I mean, the better thing is you feel what avalanches are doing in yourself, what snowballs are rolling. And then you can move these snowballs a bit to the right, a bit to the left, but the fact of trying to control everything is that you're building a dam behind which all your frustrations will heap up, and finally the dam will break, and then it's going to be a catastrophe. So don't try all the time to be good and nice. That's not the best way to be good and nice. You will be awful if you try to control yourself constantly, and then you will explode. They tell you should have the right attitude, and that's why it's so difficult to have the right attitude, because you try to hold yourself in check so much. I must say that's the truth.
Up on life or giving up on whatever project you're working on or just wanting just to turn around and just quit and just giving up. And the greatest thing that I could say to those who are watching this, or whatever, that I tried to say to the girls was, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't allow your attitude to have that snowball effect where it rolls down a hill and it just creates this devastating effect. The second thing is this: is that when our attitudes get really bad and really nasty, some of us have the tendency to explode and to yell at people.
It's not a matter of having the wrong attitude and you start to yell at people. There can be many reasons why you yell at people. It's perhaps because the person was really nasty. It's not necessarily yourself who is nasty when you yell. At least it's quite a violent way to cope with a situation, and certainly not a constructive way to cope with a situation, but it can be an acceptable possibility in certain circumstances.
Good things are not happening in your mind, and the way you respond to someone has everything to do with your attitude. And so
that's certainly true that in a game you can't give up, and giving up doesn't bring any good results. So it's a matter of remaining constructive in spite of your anger, things like that. That's right.
Say we're wrong on a particular issue and somebody confronts us on it, we don't like to be wrong, do we? No, we don't ever like to be wrong. And so what happens is when somebody confronts us, especially when our attitudes aren't right, sometimes we feel like our pride is hurt. But even when our pride is hurt and our attitude can change, we have the tendency to hurt other people.